Did you guys know that a single American consumes two trees annually just for paper? Okay, good. So that is insane. So now that we know that, I will be focusing here on what recycling is, the uses for recycling, and why recycling exists. So the three R's, reuse, reduce, and recycle, is the process for recycling. And today we live in this world where life is only to be found in this planet. So in order to keep continuing our lives here, we should do recycling. So first, I will be walking you through what recycling is, the uses from recycling, and I will also be walking you, lastly, why recycling exists. So according to this website, it was actually an article titled Conservative Energy, titled What is Recycling? An item that is recyclable should not be thrown into the trash in order to consider it to be recycling. So when you're doing this process, you are doing the process of the three R's, as I did previously mentioned. And recycling did first take place in Japan in the year of 1031. Paper was actually the first item that was recycled in Japan and throughout the world in the year of 1031. And the reason it was recycled was because Japan didn't have enough of their resources. It did later on end up expanding throughout the world, as we do now know what recycling is. So now that I've walked you through what recycling is, I will now be walking you through the uses from recycling. So if you guys have ever purchased an item with the three little arrows, it's like in the form of a little triangle, that item is actually recycled. So when you purchase that item, some people may or may not know that that item is recyclable, that was recycled, and you are actually doing the 3R process: reuse, reduce, and recycle. So aluminum cans, for example, magazine paper, or also water bottles, or also there's two different kinds of plastics that could be recycled, but you should check your local recycling center, and you can locate that by either calling 1-800-RECYCLE, or also you can find that by visiting the website recycle.gov. And recently, if you do go on the website, you can check the prices that you might benefit from when you do recycle. For example, if you recycle aluminum, it is $1.64 per pound. It is different for all of the other recyclable materials. So now that you know the uses for recycling, I will be walking you through now why recycling exists. So pollution and trash will always be existing. There's always going to be people that may sometimes happen to drop trash or might just not care. But even when you drive even when you drive your car, it's still going to pollute the air. So that's still going to continue even if you continue recycling. But you could also help by improving it. So when you recycle, or if you weren't to recycle, how would we get these materials? Well, we would find these raw materials they could be found in mines and in rainforests. And it does raise the prices of the materials if we were to always have to get them from the mines and the rainforest. But these are the homes of most animals, so it would be kind of like a downfall. But also, this is where scientists are able to find new medicines to help out diseases. It helps out the future, helps us out in order to continue living. And also, landfills will continue to be piling up with a lot of trash, and eventually they would end up flowing up no matter what, if we were to recycle or not. But for the better, it does help with recycling. So now that you guys know the role of what recycling is, you guys can now be able to do something. For example, the 3 R's: reuse, reduce, and recycle, as I previously mentioned. So now that I have walked you through what recycling is, the use for recycling, and why recycling exists, you can now inform others if they don't know. Thank you.